Police spokesperson Sabata Mahwabone says the car was traveling to Khanyesa while the bakkie was traveling to Freiburg when the collision took place. It's reported that 10 occupants from a motor vehicle and 2 occupants of the Toyota bakkie all died on the scene. The third occupant of a Toyota bakkie was taken to hospital with serious injuries. And in KwaZulu-Natal, 2 children and an adult were killed when a minibus collided with the back of a bus between Underberg and Kokstad, and 16 people got injured. Provincial Transport Department says they suspect that the following distance between the vehicles was not adequate.
At the moment, we are staying from the 1st of December until the 20th, we are standing at 169. So it can be more because it was till the 20th and today is the 24th. But yeah, we are out there, you know, they were saying all hands are on deck. So we are there making sure that the roads of Gauteng remains, Gauteng remains a safe and a secure province. We don't want to see more people dying on our roads.
So if it's 169 deaths already, how many crashes involved?
We've got 157 crashes, of which out of the 169 people that have perished on our roads, 84 are pedestrians. So we're still having a challenge with pedestrians on our road. Other vehicles are not roadworthy. The drivers, they are not fit to convey passengers to or from, to the destinations. So we're still having challenges, drinking and driving, drinking and walking. Those are the main things, and excessive speeding. Just to talk more, just a bit about excessive speeding. Yesterday, they arrested someone, a 20-year-old guy who was driving at 209 kilometers per hour. And then the highest up until now, from the 1st of December until now, with we are sitting by our high-speed unit, community safety, Gauteng Traffic Police high-speed unit. That is focusing mainly on excessive speeding. So the highest until now, it was a guy who was traveling at 219 kilometers per hour last week. So he was arrested, and the reason for speeding, he was saying he was rushing to the airport. So that is not acceptable, and more people are going to be arrested. We've arrested more than 110 people for driving in an excessive speed in the province. So we are doing a good job, just trying to make sure that those people, they are going to be kept safe in the cells, and we're trying to save lives. Yes.
And they're going to have a very cool Christmas.
Yes.
Now, the problem areas and the challenges that you face, which roads leading out of Gauteng are the most problematic ones?
We've got N1. Obviously, people are going to Limpopo, overloading. It is a problem, a serious problem. We've got unroadworthiness. Vehicles are not roadworthy, but people are expecting to reach the destination, of which is not possible. The other vehicles, the drivers, they are not fit to convey passengers, with or without a reward. So a vehicle should be roadworthy, and the driver should be fit to convey our passengers. And other things, as I've mentioned before, we've got a serious challenge of pedestrians. And then we've got N3 that is heading to the coast. We've got R59, to Bloemfontein, that side, N1 Golden Highway. We've got a problem of pedestrians. We've got pedestrians, also problem with pedestrians on the N12 to Mpumalanga, N4 Mpumalanga. So those, and Diepsloot also is one of the hazardous areas in the province. So those are the main concerns. So we've deployed more officers there just to make sure that they deal with the problem up until festive season is over.
We hear that the RTMC says that they won't be serving any Section 58 notices being issued to motorists. Of course, for those that will break the road rules, and they will be arrested on site. Is that true, and how legal is that?
It is true, it's happening. According to National Road Traffic Act 93 of 1996, there are those offences of which you cannot just give a person a J534 notice or Section 56. So some of the offences that are committed on our roads, it's an immediate arrest. Like, for instance, drinking and driving, reckless and negligent driving, inconsiderate driving, excessive speeding, and roadworthiness of vehicles. Those vehicles are impounded because you cannot allow that vehicle to continue with the trip. So those are the things that are there on the act, saying that those we immediately arrest those people for those offences. Others, yes, RTMC as it's a national road traffic management. They can change some acts, and we it's not about changing the act. It's about wanting to save life. We want to save lives as more as possible because people are dying on our roads. So we cannot be worried about the act or worried about sending people to jail. We are more worried about people who are dying on our roads on a daily basis.
Now, Gypsy has questioned the legality of these arrests and says that you should supposed to have an arrest warrant. How true is that?
You know what? There's no warrant of arrest that is supposed to be there when you're arresting a person for drinking and driving. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't arrest that person, it's going to kill people. If a person is arrested for excessive speeding, it's an immediate arrest, no hesitation. So we don't have to carry a warrant of arrest while we're trying to save lives on our roads. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to happen, and we are continuing to arrest people. Even tonight, more people are going to have their Christmas in jail. We are still going to arrest more people on our roads because the mandate of Gauteng Traffic Police is to make sure that people, Gauteng remains a safe and a secure province, and people should take responsibility and take charge of their lives.
Now, with some JMPD officers supposedly want to go on strike, what impact does this have on law enforcement over the busy festive season that we do have? Yeah,
and it can be, 90%, yes, or 20%, 25%, because they are also law enforcement agencies and we need them on the road. But let me not comment more about JMPD because I'm working for the province. But we've got provincial, officers, we've got national officers, which are like RTMC, we've got municipalities. I think we will manage, with or without JMPD, but at least, yes, 10%, 20%, we won't be making, more impact. But we are here as law enforcement agencies in the province trying to make sure that we make a difference and an impact, arresting we're not going to leave any stone unturned, unfortunately.
Busavi, finally, your advice to motorists out there that's leaving today and going on holiday?
To all the motorists or the road users, we are saying, let road safety start with you. Take charge of your life. Make sure that you don't drink and drive, you don't drink and walk, you rest. Most of the drivers, they don't want to rest. You take breaks and you stay alert at all times. You buckle up, you fasten your safety belt, and all the people that are inside your vehicle, they must buckle up. So those are the main concerns, and people don't want to switch on their headlights because most of the time, other people can lose control of their vehicle. But if you are alert, you can see that the other person is misbehaving on the road. You can try to avoid that accident. So what we want to say is Gauteng Traffic Police or Community Safety, we just want to say let people arrive alive to all their destination. Let them take charge, and road safety, it's everyone's responsibility. Let them not buckle up or do some right things when they see law enforcement agencies. It is your life, and you need to be in charge and take care of your life. We want to see everyone arriving alive and coming back to the province next year.
Yes, and that was, of course, Newsroom's Elvis Preslin earlier on speaking to Busaphi Nxumalo. He's the Gauteng Traffic Department spokesperson, and they were talking about what's happening on the Gauteng roads. More related news now. Traffic officials in the Free State have issued a stern warning to road users to adhere to regulations and to stick to the speed limit. And those found to be speeding and infringing other traffic laws will face the long arm of the law. Traffic officials are on high alert this festive season to ensure that motorists comply with the law. The Free State Traffic Department says it is pleased by the behavior of motorists over the past 24 hours. Well, for more on the situation on the roads now, we cross live to our reporter Patricia Visagie, who is monitoring the N1 from Pretoria. Patricia, very good afternoon to you. Please give us a quick update on the road situation on the N1.
Well, good afternoon, Alicia, and of course a warm afternoon to our viewers. Yes, indeed, I am stationed at the Pumlani Plaza on the N1 direction north towards Limpopo. Now, of course, traffic volumes have substantially swelled since this morning. We see queues piling up as most of holiday makers, of course, are trying to make their ways to various destinations just before Christmas. And we expect expect the situation to intensify. We expect volumes to, to swell up even more. Of course, traffic authorities are on high alert. We have seen a lot of visibility, no roadblocks on the N1 today. And one of the reasons why traffic authorities in and around Pretoria decided not to conduct any roadblocks on the N1 is because it is a major route for a lot of holiday makers as they venture towards their holiday destinations, and they're trying to make sure that there's a smooth flow of traffic. But as I have mentioned, visibility is on high alert, and of course motorists are reminded to convey their travelling in a respectful and responsible manner, and to continue obeying the rules of the road. Of course, traffic authorities saying that they will keep a hawk's eye on the N1 itself and other routes in and around Pretoria to make sure that there is smooth flow of traffic, and to make sure that everybody, keeps with the rules of the road. Now, since this morning we've been here, we haven't heard of any major incidents on the N1. Of course, there have been minor incidents, but nothing serious that has been reported. And of course, as most of the off ramps linked to the N1 have a lot of traffic officials that are monitoring the situation, that are making sure that traffic flows smoothly, that are making sure that everybody tries their utmost best to keep to the rules of the road and travel responsibly to their various destinations. But most importantly, as I have mentioned, traffic authorities remain on high alert. Visibility has been heightened, and of course the message that remains that every motorist must take responsibility on the road, and they must make sure that they obey the rules of the road moving forward.
Let you go. What sort of checks are actually being conducted by these authorities there?
Of course, they're keeping high visibility, and they're making sure that everybody else, all the motorists rather, keep to the rules of the road. But they're not having any major operations, as I have mentioned. There's no roadblock on the N1. But of course, as they are keeping a hawk's eye on the road, they make sure that if they see that there is a vehicle that they might think, is overloaded, or it does not look as if it's in a right condition, or they see some dodgy behavior of perhaps maybe a motorist that might look fatigued or driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, then of course they'll take the necessary measures to pull such vehicles off, and of course then the firm hand of the law would, in a situation like that, kick in immediately.
That's Patricia Visagie with an update from the N1 from Pretoria.